This is a review of the Angel Decanter, the Essential Wine Aerator. Out of the box, you'll find a brief instruction manual, the wine aerator itself with its stand, and a storage bag that you can store the wine aerator in. One of the things that I like about this is that it includes a metal screen to strain the wine. That does a couple things. One, it mixes air as it passes through the screen, which starts the aeration process. But the second thing is, older wines, as they age, tend to get some particulate matter inside of them. They need to be strained to get that out of there because it can be bitter. And this will do the first stage. If you have a particularly old wine, it would even be better to include and lay in here a piece of very nice, like cotton cloth or cheesecloth, to also sort out and filter out those particulates. Movable, but I will use it with every wine that I ever pour because you never know what's in the wine. Sometimes there's small pieces of material. This will help catch that. Down here is a stand, and if you lift this up, you'll see that it's got a small pin, fits into this hole down here. After you've poured the wine and this has stopped dripping, you can put this on here to store it and have it sit there while you're waiting for you to pour your next glass. This is a 3-stage aerator. 3 stages means that one, when you pour the wine through the screen, it will be mixed with air, running down the sides here, continually mixing with air. It will then go through this stage here in the middle, and you see these 2 very small holes. Those will suck in air and add it into the wine. Then as it comes down to this long funnel, which gets larger as it goes down, it will begin to swirl and swirl in the air, and you'll actually hear the wine gurgle as it goes through here and comes out the end. That process is called aeration. Typically when you drink a bottle of wine, one of the ways to aerate it is simply to open it up and let it sit for hours and hours and hours. Another way is to pour it into a decanter. It's nothing more than a crystal pitcher, and then that way it has a larger surface area on top of the wine to soak in air. But this process accelerates it by a factor of 4 or 5. By doing this, it actually mixes the air into the wine, and it oxidizes the tannins that are inside the wine. The tannins can make the wine be a bit bitter, and oxidation really helps enhance the flavor and the bouquet of the wine, which is the aroma. It also helps it become more smooth and tastes much better as you drink it. This wine aerator is made of acrylic and passes FDA food grade materials. It's something that when you use it, you should always wash it afterwards and also wash it before you use it the first time. You don't want to ever leave wine inside of this because it may spoil and attract some bacteria. Rinsing it thoroughly keeps it clean and sanitary. One of the things the manual does mention is that you should be careful not to pour your wine directly down the center of the screen to start with, because as it comes down the side of the center, it will come down here and you may get some wine coming out of these 2 ports. So it suggests that you pour to the side so it runs down inside of here and it will not allow the wine to escape. To do this, I'm going to try to pour the wine right here so it comes down the side, goes into here. You'll see it begin sucking air and swirling out the bottom and hear it gurgling. That's the aeration process. This is designed for wines, and particularly red wines. It's also good for other wines and liquors because most of them actually taste better when air has been added to them. We have a Cabernet Sauvignon. I'm going to pour it in there. You can really hear it gurgling. You can see it foaming in the glass. That's the aeration process that we're talking about. You can see those 2 tubes I was talking about. They're slightly filled with wine. Nothing came out the side. Just pour it slowly and carefully and make sure it doesn't come out. I mean, who wants to spill red wine on their white tablecloth? Here you can see the inside of the screen. There is no sediment. This is a relatively new wine in age. You don't normally see sediment until the wine is somewhere between 8 and 20 years old. Oh, this is a good product. It worked well. I like to see this screen in here. You can hear it gurgling and sucking the air, and the wine tastes excellent. This is something that would be a good gift for a friend or a family member or even for yourself. If you have somebody who thinks they're a wine connoisseur, This is the kind of gift that they'll use every time they have a bottle of wine. Well, my only word of caution is to be careful and not pour the wine too quickly. You don't want wine coming onto these ports. But you can see I poured a glass that worked perfectly. I gave this product a 5-star review. It does what it says it will do, and it did a good job at it. This review is done by jjceo. I'd like to tell you I received a sample for test and evaluation, and I didn't promise to give a review, but I promised if I did give one it would be fair and honest.